Y'all, excuse the noise in the background and any other thing that goes down in this video. I don't normally ask for much, and when I do, it's basically free. So I'm gonna try to keep my emotions and tongue aside. Y'all, I'm gonna try to be good. But everything in me is anger, emotions, things we normally deal with. But this one hits home. So, early in the morning, I got a call. It wasn't a good call. So, I'm going to just get right into it the best way that I know how. So, if I show emotions, don't think it's a weakness. In Richland, South Carolina, these people are my family, some of them. A Jessica Johnson I grew up with, that's my family. Hardcore, by blood and by in-laws, towards the Bentons. I married into my wife, Sawa, who was a Lamont, who is now Clark. But I was her second husband. So, there's the Johnsons in South Carolina. Jerome Russell Johnson. Pokey, his brother. And Jerome Johnson, at one time I know, used to come in here and get a little word. But, you know, I've blown up, and not saying I don't pay attention to nobody, but the spirit do. Y'all know how I get down. So, Retta Johnson in Connecticut, my home, New Haven, pistol waving, New Haven, DeVille, V-I-L-L-E, where I reside, born and raised in Yale Hospital. It's pinpoint, right? Retta called my wife and gave her the news. Now, I text my cousin, but I can imagine she's being bothered by so many people, and it's a tragic thing, Jessica Johnson. So I took it upon myself, you know, because you know how the big media, when they want to cover up, when they mess up. Well, this is not a video that Brother BC is showing on a video. This is home. As you can see in my face, I'm serious, and I'm not playing. And I'm trying to hold my tongue because of what I'm doing for the family. I have to deal with my wife because they were near and dear to Mr. Cody Johnson, a.k.a. on Facebook, Kodak Moment. Okay? So, this is it. Think the nigga playing, because I'm not. As you can see on my screen, you can see why. I had posted something a couple of hours ago, because I was out. But we coming for that neck. Because everybody know here, I'm for justice, but spiritual justice. Okay? You read what some people are putting. Okay? We'll come back to that. Now, y'all know Chris Mo Israel, when they planted 44 pounds of weed, that's not even his property, but knocked on his door and arrested him and thought they were going to throw away the key. Up until Spiritual Big Mouth came. Because I am great at what I do. But I do it for Yahuwah. I do it for Yahuwah people. You might say the Lord. So, we have a serious situation, and I'm not trying to preach. But whatever happens, that's what thus saith the Spirit for it to happen. Now, my understanding, somebody hopped out, wrong ID. The person who is gone is not the actual description of what they were looking for. So he hops out. That's called a flashback. All right, we're going to come back and lead up to that. Now, rewind. All right. Now, this is the news media, in case you want to fact check a nigga. And you see what they saying. Doesn't look like it's the man's fault. Let's click another screen. Let's click over. All right. You see that? That's an hour ago. Stop playing with me. Now they want to release his name. All because I was out and I couldn't, I'm waiting for people to give me some, but it's a lot going on. They probably like, whatever. They probably even look at the message. So the family don't know that I'm doing this, but I'm not seeing nobody else defend them as far as social media or platforms. You see what I'm saying? And it came in my lap, at my door, by a phone call. You know what time it is with me. And it's injustice. You think you can just murder and just slide away and just say, oh, wrong identity? We like we born yesterday, my niggas. I don't think so. Slavery is over with. We're not doing that no more. We're not feeding people to gators no more. So, I had to get my facts straight. It's my wife's family, you know what I'm saying? And some of them are my family. They're mourning right now. Jessica expected to wake up and see him. CERETTA Johnson expected to talk to him. And more than ever, his own mother, Danielle Johnson. Now, I don't know her, but my wife do. So that when the people be like, who the fuck this nigga is? You know what I'm saying? They know who Sawa is. They know Jerome Johnson. They know Jamori Johnson. They know Jaquan Johnson. And that's where I come in, because I raised them. So, I also know Russell. We call him Rome, up north. I believe he guided me there. I believe he's seen things, because he used to do some uncomfortable stuff to me. And my wife would tell you, and they giggle at it. I didn't think shit was funny. But now I understand what he was doing. Some people can see that they gotta go. That man know my mama in her days. So it ain't just happen for no reason. Do y'all hear me? Okay. So we all understand each other. Now, I don't know these people. But I want to show you the hurt that the police of Richland, South Carolina, I believe they call it Forest Acres, where the club was at, you know? What y'all have done to friends of this young man, families, people who looked up to him, children. Flip the screen. Let's zoom in. Mr. King J. Jordan, I don't know you, but I hope you don't mind. Mr. Miguel, Coke Dog, Coakley, hope you don't mind. Amir, Hassan, probably don't, because we're defending Mr. Kodak. We're not the media trying to disdain his name and blame it on the club who didn't call the police. We'll come back to that. Here we have my deepest condolences goes out to the Johnson family. That's who the Kodak moment is. Literally, just seen you. Life too short. Man, rise in paradise, because we don't rest. My dog, ain't no way they took you, bruh, from us. Just like that, the land really lost a real one. Lost for words. Miguel, man, this one hit home. Two different people saying the same thing. That's a spirit. A good spirit. I send my condolences out. Look, that's his mom. Ain't nobody hurting like her. and the family. Get your rest, little bro Cody. Brothers and sisters, ain't no time to be looking tough. Like, you know, I got crocodile tears in my eyes. Some people I know, some people I don't know, but this is not right. And because you got a badge and you can make rules, you trying to slide. You mean? That's why I'm showing you the hurt of what people are writing. Ain't nobody talking about popping guns, and ain't nobody talking none of that boo-boo. I can't feel my face. We just talked Friday. Bro, you said you was going. Yeah, mind you, this is Mother's Day. She had to wake up, you know what I mean? And make funeral plans. Yeah. To call me back. This is why you never replied to my DM. See? You always get back with people. Now I'm sitting here, eyes full of tears, expressing my heartache and pain and plans to better the family. We have plans to better the family and change the community in regards. Look, stuff we on. Change the community, bruh. In regards of the love and the peace and the harmony. See? Unity, see? The streets is doing it, son. It's these fake cats out here. Don't like that. You did 10 years, came home, got it right. And these MF, 20 years, fighting, strong, son. See? Some people get out and come out and act a nuisance. Nah, he was cleaning up the streets, talking to the youth. Stuff we on. Don't be like me. I can't feel my face. We just talked Friday, bro. See what I'm saying? In the parking lot, unarmed. See? That was the same one I read previously, but this the rest of it. My first cousin gone. That's his first cousin. And only peace from it is we told each other we love each other. See? That's why I don't argue, man. That man right. You know what I'm saying? I just said this in one of the messages, bruh. If you can see that if someone died right now, in the heat of your moment, why you mad? And that can break your anger and say, I'll cry. Then what you arguing must not be that important. You know what I'm saying? Because if you died and didn't know Jesus, I wouldn't feel sorry for you. If you died and know the Most High, you know, because you're not my kind. That's not the case here. That's not the case here. People hurt. There go my cuz right there. CERETTA Johnson. This hurt just as much as when your father, my brother, see, passed. I can't believe my nephew isn't here on earth. I can't get myself right. My body is numb. This is what the Richland County Sheriff Office, and he's still at work. Where is the internal affairs? Family members, I know you hurting. I sent the text to my cousin, Jessica. All right, I've been through this. First thing you got to do is go to that police precinct in the county and in the city where it happened. You got to put in a police paperwork complaint. I want to put in a complaint against the officer. Yeah, it's going to sit there, but you got to go through these steps. Listen to me. Then you go to IA, Internal Affairs. That's what they do. Investigate police and sheriff who don't do what they supposed to do. Yeah, it ain't the same family. Trust me when I tell you. Put the paperwork in first, because that's the first thing they're going to say. Did you file a complaint? Because if they didn't do what they were supposed to do, like we know they do, because they men in blue, they stick together, right? All right. So then all when that big investigation come, they'll be like, oh yeah, I got something to hide. Then that opens up more stuff. And what else y'all been doing? All right. So put the paperwork in there, leave, take a picture of it, whatever. Go straight to IA as soon as you get done. All right? Internal Affairs. Tell them what happened. They probably already know. But most of my people don't know these procedures because they don't like paper trail. No police precinct, no government official, anything with some wrong. Oh, we don't like paperwork, bro. Because that's the investigation. It can sit there. But when you say, I have the picture right here, and they see that ID number on that mug, and they say, well, yeah, it's a complaint. Where the complaint at? It's no longer in your hands. You hear me? Take those small 2 steps first, and you'll see life-changing things. I've been there, done that. I've spoken to the people. Oh yeah, did you put in a complaint? Rashawn Kelly going through that right now with Auburndale Police. How long ago was that? Facebook? Over 6 to 9 months ago. The video is viral on my page and his page. See? So it's not about social media and viral. It's about getting the right attention, bringing the right power, making people do their right job, man. And I know it's hard right now because you're emotional. It's easy for a backseat driver, a passenger, to tell the driver what he missed. Feel me? That's where I'm coming from. So I understand your pain. Let's get back. Jessica. Kodak, you really got me effed up. Woke up hoping it was all a dream. And yesterday's events didn't happen. Soon as I get on Facebook, I see your face and the tears immediately flooded. We supposed to be getting ready to F the summer up. I be hearing that a lot. You know what I'm saying? I heard a guy say, I don't care about no mask and nothing, son. I'm trying to... Nah, ain't the time for that. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. It's wild out here in these streets. How many times y'all say, man, it's crazy out here in these streets. Y'all laughing at me like I'm not saying the truth. All right? I'm numb. Mr. Joe Too Real. Kodak moment. S crazy, man. Show your loved ones love, because you never know. See? Streets be talking, boy. And they be talking to spirit. They're like the word said that they would. Never said they would be judged wrong, man. So we got the Lion press conference, all right? I just want to flip the screen. Let me get my dog, because she have a heart attack out here in there. Sad. They like to hear the word sometimes. Come on. Oh, so you just gonna take over my seat, huh? All right. It's whatever. We can share. It's whatever. It's my protector, y'all. She gotta go wherever I go. As you can see, I'm not lying. There's the county. An hour ago. All right. This is the stuff they should be putting on the news, not this lying jabroni crap they got out there on big news media, man. People out here hurting, they need justice. That's why y'all said, by my hand, only mine gonna get the right justice. All right? That's real talk. All right, so I give my wife back her phone, you know what I mean? There you go. And that's my cousin Jessica right there. Everybody in Connecticut to South Carolina to Florida know who that lady is. Alright? She not shy to the game. You know what I mean? And so, that's who they took. Who's standing right next to her. Spirits, curses, trying to reiterate their life and keep their next 11-year cycle or whatever going, bro. Not having it, bro. Not having it, bro. Nah, I used to think my mom was crazy too. Like, what that got to do with... But the spirit was right in her. Let's look at this. The day after, a man was shot and unalived for social media purposes by a South Carolina, see, police officer. Ain't say that the man was wilding out. Ain't say he was hood. Ain't say he robbed nobody. This day news now, nigga. But you get the real hood story, which is the true story. People who were there. The bouncer, the bodyguard, the cameras at the club. You see what I'm saying? So let's hear how they spin the story. And already, they ain't pointing no fingers at the kid, at the young man. He was publicly identified by the Richland County. No, he wasn't. He was identified by the people who know him right there. Know what I'm saying? Real talk, bro. Like, stop lying. See, already, I ain't even there. I can see you lied, bro. Know what I'm saying? These my white people, bro. My cousin is Jessica on both sides, you know, in-law, but she my blood, nigga. All right? So this is personal, all right? And we help strangers. You hear me? So we know how y'all get down. You trying to make a scoop. You blocked off the streets. One officer did this. Now the whole Richland County got doggone police is there. For what? To cover up what you doing? Try to get the cameras and say they weren't working or the tape messed up? Bruh. I can't be mad that I couldn't do this earlier when they didn't know the name. That's how I know people gonna know I was telling the truth. But y'all ways is y'all ways. And the time that he constructed me to do it, so be it. So, I might get clout from the family, y'all. I don't know how they feel. But I don't like injustice. And so since the media is not trying to show that it's the police fault, because they blaming the club. The club didn't call the police. Why was you there, my nigga? Well, y'all gonna find out why, because I'm gonna let them tell on themselves. Cody A. Johnson, all right, 32 years old, in Lexington resident, is the man who was unalived, all right, Sunday morning shooting coroner Nadea Rutherford. Again, condolence to the family. I mean, no disrespect, and I'm a raw, straightforward talker. Just ask Jessica Johnson. She will tell you. Ask Aunt Teresa, her mother. All right? I hold no bars. I'm humble until the Spirit tell me to get them. And in this case, I'm going to get them. At about 3:30 a.m., as I told you, as the phone call came, the shooting happened at a Relapse Bar and Grill at 50242 Notch Road, the Richland County Sheriff Department. So those that was there, you know if this the right address, you know what I'm saying? I will not use the word allegedly, but I don't know if they telling the truth. Y'all do. Y'all was there. That's an unincorporated part of Richland. See, here we go with the boo-boo. Why is that? It don't matter. It's still a business there, bro. I bet you if Wells Fargo was there and somebody got robbed, it wouldn't be talking like you talking. And Forest Acres, the area of Columbia. None of that matters. That's why you got police, right? I don't hear that boo-boo. All right, CPL, Daniel. All right, son. Wait, hold on. Love you too. Have a Baraka day. There you go, Mr. Poppy. Now you know it's real. So, an officer with the Forest Acres Police, a officer, shot. Wow, they telling on their own kind out here. And look what they say. Look what they say. I ain't even allowed to say those words. They unalive our family member. And Richland County Sheriff Leon Locke said was driving erratically. You see how they said? What happened was, let me tell you, from who was there, they said they were looking for something that happened somewhere else, and because the erratical driving, they assumed it was him. Listen to the words I said, assumed, not allegedly, assumed. Bro, you supposed to know you hopping out, popping, you know what I'm saying, emptying clips, nigga. All right? I'm military, so you ain't getting away with it, bro. All right? You police niggas is they more on y'all than us. All right? Real talk. 3 seconds it to take a 9 or a Glock, click it back, cock it back, and shoot and put 3. 2 to the chest and 1 in the head. 3 seconds. And police is accurate at that. Some military can't even be that accurate. My nigga. Starting from scratch. Pulling it from the hip and everything. Bow, bow, bow. Some people don't even get to make the god doggone pull another trigger. So don't play with me. So, you already had not even an agenda. You already was spot on spotted. And you already saying you don't know if it was him or not. Man, I'm tired of hearing this story, bro. This story was out since I came out my mama womb. I'm damn near 42 years old. I'm about to be 43 Thursday. Checkmate on these books. Okay, so I don't want to hear that mistaken identity. I don't want to hear that. Nah, you a pro. You the professionals, right? There can't be no mistake. You got AI, my nigga. I told y'all we drove right by the post. Hey, Mr. Clark, Miss Clark. Fuck. Man, I ain't give you no idea. How you know my name? Play with it. Now, how you mistake that? You can't. All right, so we got that shit out the way. Sorry, I'm trying. All right, I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? But when stuff don't make sense in my mind and I glitch, you know what I'm saying? That's what come out. So, you lied there. All right? You already had in your mind, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same story we heard, like, it's a gun! And he had a phone. Either you were that scary, you don't need a gun, you need a dog. Remember the old saying? You scared, get a dog. They ain't say get a gun. You can kill innocent people being scary. All right? So you don't need fire weapons. All right? So, man getting out of his car now. No gun in the hand. Y'all read? Nothing. No violence. You don't pull the taser, my nigga? Like, wow, son. Like, this is... The more I think about this, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, wait a minute. What about the taser? What about some mace? Even though he was not violent. Okay, let's keep going. Haddad was patrolling the 5,000 block of the two-notch road when a vehicle driving erratically almost, that's what they said, allegedly hit his patrol vehicle. Stop. When you throwing the lights, whoop, whoop. We ain't gonna follow your ass all the way to the club. You almost hit my, you know what I'm saying? I've seen videos, people put a goddamn buggy cart from the goddamn Food Lion or whatever store, grocery store you got. And man started tripping about that cop car. It ain't his car, we care. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see how the electric company, I ain't my truck, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, nah. We're gonna let you go ahead and tell that lie. Let's keep going. Almost hit my patrol car. And that's how long it took them to concoct the story of a lie. The sheriff department said. See how look at the news media just throwing them under that's what the department said. They don't even believe it. The officer activated his blue lights and the siren at some point. Bruh, you almost hit me. By a minute, we coming to get you, bruh. All right? You out here drunk, high, something, right? No, it said at some point. That means you didn't have no reason. Already, the news media done told on your monkey ass. All right? At some point, he puts on his lights, right? Right there. And the attempt to stop the vehicle according, allegedly. You might as well go and put allegedly the lot. The vehicle continued to drive erratically, so they say, as it entered the club's parking lot, right? The sheriff department said Haddad got out of his patrol vehicle, then gave constant commands. That ain't what we heard from the bouncer, all right? Before I start talking about my family members. That's not what the bouncer, that's not what the club cameras gonna show. That's not what the audience that was in the parking lot, that's not what they're saying. I can see why the news media put that's the sheriff department and lot. The vehicle continued, right? That's what they lied and said. And he gave him a warning. That's not what we were told. And so it says, rather than follow the orders, the driver continued to back out of the club where there were lots of vehicles and people in the parking lot. Right. What did you hear Brother Rashawn say? I'm not going to look for the video because I don't want to make this super long because this is not a teaching. This hopefully gets out to the right person to run Richland County and make them do their job and find out what they did. We know what they did, but who are we, right? So, Rashawn said, I drove 3 miles down the highway. I can't remember exactly what the cop said, all right? Because it was dark. And we all know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got no reason to stop. That nigga more straighter than me, all right? Me, I might catch a case busting a nigga in the face, but not my brother, all right? So, he said, by law, he the wrong nigga to try to think you don't think he don't know the statute codes, all right? Number one, that cop learned that day, it's like by the statute and the code laws, I am allowed to go 20 miles down the street until we find light and security that everybody can see what you doing to me. Oh boy, you can realize that they don't like when niggas know statute codes and know how to perform them. So he got mad and cussing. Y'all remember, right? We got him on video. Spot him, got him, knock him. All right? So, then they went and they lied. I told my brother, put in a police complaint, just like I told the family. Yeah, you ain't getting nowhere with that. Just make sure you do it. Take a snapshot. Bam! I got you, nigga. Put it to your email. They go in your phone, send bugs, you lose stuff. Y'all see me go through it all the time on Facebook. So, I tell you what I learned. And then you go to IA, which is Internal Affairs. That's all they do is investigate cops. All right? I don't care what rank you is, nigga. Wrong, you wrong. So, once you do that, oh, they know you ain't playing. Now it's a paper trail. Now, other cases ain't got nothing to do with yours. Lawsuit. Now, I ain't what it about. You can't replace the soul. I gotta take a woosah, y'all. People who really know me know I'm doing kind of good. I'm really bothered, bruh. And I'm still trying to breathe the power of the Holy Spirit. I'm still trying to bring peace. I ain't got a lick of peace in my heart, y'all. So I'm trying to have a good tongue. I really am. I'm bothered, y'all. My wife, my family is bothered. I want to help them. And I'm helpless. All I can use is my words, my mouth. And hope the Holy Spirit make it go viral. Not to 1 million people. I need the right one to make the phone call. One with power. One that's going to shut down Richland like we did for Chrismo Israel. But I called upon Yah then. That's all I know. I can't physically help them. And that's what makes it real stressful. And so, at that point, the officer fired his weapon. But the subject, numerous times, he was pronounced dead. Unalived at the scene. Lott said Sunday at a news conference, the suspect was in his vehicle and he was driving his vehicle in such a way that the officer felt that the people's lives were endangered, which none of them said that are witnesses. But you know a liar, they need people to agree with their story. This is why I didn't want them to get out first. But we're going to still grab them nuts and we're going to pull them from your body. The sheriff department is investigating the shooting with assistance. Yeah, I bet you investigating, right? Well, enough of my mouth and hear it from the horse's mouth. I want you to look into the eyes, Facebook. Y'all know how I breathe here. The family might not know how I get down, but they gonna learn. It's the only way you can catch a lie, catch a thief, catch a murderer. Is you gotta look into the eyes, because it trickles from the leader on down. Do you see? What do you see, people? Type. What do you see in those eyes? Because there are some more eyes. I bet you see life and hurt in those eyes. But in those eyes, you don't see the same thing. In those eyes. And he is not the shooter. He is the protector of the shooter. No greater than Grady, sheriff of all nations in Florida, is to hear. Remember, I got a bond with him. He let drunkards go with no license plate, out of registered, over 8 years, and almost killed people and totaled their car and let them go home and go to sleep. Yeah, right there where Bradley and Pierce meet. I still ain't heard from that monkey nigga. But he too busy trying to hide his flaws. Moving right along. Press play on him.
30 a.m. this morning in the 5000 block of 2 Notch at a club, bar, whatever you want to call it, named Relapse Bar and Grill. Forest Acres police officer heard some shots. Another police officer was in the area. Observed a car that was driving very erratically on 2 Notch Road. The car went into the parking lot of the club. Forest Acres police officer activated his blue lights and also hit a siren at some point. The vehicle did not stop. Went to the back of the club. Lots of cars were in that parking lot. Security guard and other people were in the parking lot. The officer got out of his car, started yelling at the person to stop, get out of the car. The person continued to drive the car, and at that point, the officer fired his weapon, hit the subject numerous times. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The club is actually in Richland County, unincorporated areas of Richland County. Behind the club is in Forest Acres. The street in front of it's in Forest Acres. This is an area that Columbia Police Department, Forest Acres, Richland County, we all patrol and work very closely together. We monitor each other's radios. So when one of us hears something going on, pretty much all of us respond to that. We had deputies that were en route.
Translation. We're going to take care of our kind. Just like when they go to the hood and they be like, well, who did it? And snitches get stitches. All right? Real talk. And that's why we the people got to take a stand. All I'm asking you to do is share the story. That's it. So the family can get some type of closure and justice, and the right kind of justice, instead of what we see on TV. Now we can do something. We always say, damn, just missed it. I wish we could have did something to help them. You can do it right now. And all we're not asking money. We're not asking $100. We're not asking fucking GoFundMe. We're not asking Cash App. All we're asking for you to do is click the share button to big pages. Click the share button if you know a police officer, counselor, councilman, somebody some higher up. Share it to him so you can see. And if they have an open eye and open ear, they can see who wrong here. Just like you can see any wrong with any other body else, man. It's a psychological thing here. I don't ask for nothing that costs. Only thing costs is your time. And maybe a little move of your finger button. But if you don't want to be too late, now is the time.
Chief Robinson and the Sheriff's Department is investigating. Our critical incident team was called to the scene to start gathering of the facts. This team is a highly trained team that investigates officer-involved shootings along with critical incidents. We secured the scene. We're examining evidence that was at the scene. Probably one of the biggest things we're doing right now is getting body cam, dash cam, private cameras. So we have a team that's just working on this case. So there's a lot of work to be done. The coroner has...
There's a lot of work we got to try to hide from the truth of what we did with the badge.
As notified.
With the badge, y'all. Sean Kettle's picture, y'all. I just got to get there, bro. Hold on. I want to show you. I'm purposely putting on one of my videos. My channel. The live. Right there. Right there in front of your face. What that badge? What that badge say? Runaway Slave Patrol. What are they patrolling, y'all? We're not slave people. We're the chosen vessels. Not preaching to you. I'm just showing you reality in your life. What you facing.
Family, but she has not released the name at this point, so I will not discuss anything else about that individual. That will come from her at a later time. At a later time. Again, tragic that we have something like this happen, but
tragic because it's your deputy, your guy, your police. He did this, and you know it. I got to go to my page where you hear the whole thing. You hear all they lies. I read to you that the newspaper that I got that from, that was, what was that? What newspaper article is that? That's the Lexington, called The State. All right, hold on. Let me scroll all the way on top so niggas know it's again. I don't like saying stuff I can't show your monkey eyes. All right? Then you can't say I lied. All right? Crime reports. That's crime and courts. My bad. Right there. The State, Lexington, for South Carolina. That's what they don't believe what the sheriff and the police are saying. Well, I should already tell you right now what time it is. But, hey, like I say, I like showing you better than I can tell you. All right? Let me get down here. I got to find where is the article. Oh, I get a lot of stuff, y'all. All right, that's the junk I was talking. All right, so it should be right up in here. Where is it? That's yesterday. Yesterday, I was so infected. Oh, wow. Alright. Well, I might lose a live if I do it that way. Hold on. Man. Let me see here. Nope. Let me see. I know what I could do. I knew what I could do. Alright. Richland County Sheriff Conference on Club. I already had the 20-minute doggone. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what happened to it. My wife sent it to me. It's on my phone. I think this is it. Nope, that's 3 years ago. Really? Man, I don't want to do this. I hate when they give me stupid crap. They ain't on YouTube yet. Of course. Well, I might have to do part 2 on that, buddy. Wait. That's him and his father, AI pick. I think this is it. I think.
The last place I'd want to be on Mother's Day is standing here at a press conference discussing someone who's lost her life last night and how we have a grieving mother who's not celebrating Mother's Day. But unfortunately, circumstances that happened last night caused Chief Robinson and I both to be standing up here discussing the incident that occurred. This incident occurred just a little bit over 12 hours ago. So I'm not going to be able to give out a whole lot of information because we're still right in the early stages of investigation. So I'm going to give some basic facts, and then that's pretty much all that we're going to be able.
Nah, nobody want facts. We want truth.
Talk about. This happened about 3:30 a.m. this morning in the 5000 block of Two Notch at a club, bar, whatever you want to call it, named Relapse Bar and Grill. Forest Acres police officer had heard some shots. Another police officer was in the area, observed a car that was driving very erratically on Two Notch Road. The car went into the parking lot of the club. The Forest Acres police officer activated his blue lights and also hit a siren at some point. The vehicle did not stop, went to the back of the club. Lots of cars were in that parking lot. Security guard and other people were in the parking lot. The officer got out of his car, started yelling at the person to stop, get out of the car. The person continued to drive the car, and at that point, the officer fired his weapon. hit the subject numerous times. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The club is actually in Richland County, unincorporated areas of Richland County. Behind the club is in Forest Acres. The street in front of it's in Forest Acres. This is an area that Columbia Police Department, Forest Acres, Richland County, we all patrol and work very closely together. We monitor each other's radios. So when one of us hears something going on, pretty much all of us respond to that. We had deputies that were en route. Talked to Chief Robinson, and the Sheriff's Department is investigating. Our critical incident team was called to the scene to start gathering of the facts. This team is a highly trained team that investigates officer-involved shootings along with critical incidents. We secured the scene. We're examining evidence that was at the scene. Probably one of the biggest things we're doing right now is getting body cam, dash cam, private cameras. So we have a team that's just working on this case. So there's a lot of work to be done. The coroner has notified the person shot's family, but she has not released the name at this point. So I will not discuss anything else about that individual. That will come from her at a later time. Again, tragic that we have something like this happen, but circumstances force our officers to do things certain times. I do want to talk about this club. This was 3:30 in the morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, just before Mother's Day. Nobody was getting ready for Mother's Day. This club was absolutely packed. Since November 2025, we have responded to 64 calls to that club.
I can't take no more. This is what you call a mind shift. To take the focus off of the police and the innocent man who was unalive for no reason to talk about, oh, well, it's the dangerous club. That's like a debate. If any of y'all ever been in a debate team and know the schematics of a debate, you can make a lie the truth and make people vote for you. That's what he's doing. I want to take a minute and talk. The club got nothing to do. If the officer would have never chased after this guy with the intent that was already in that man's mind and heart that God knew and him know, none of this would have never happened. That has nothing to do with the club. Let's hear this heresy.
Loud noise complaints, assaults, fights, robbery, vehicle break-ins. We protested the license there. In November 2025, they received a temporary alcohol license, which expired March of 2026. We protested.
So far, I ain't heard violence, murder. I keep hearing you keep coming up, messing with people over little stuff when there's murderers and rapers out here. But anyway, let's keep hearing. I don't know all things. I definitely don't know the club. But so far, it ain't from their end that they calling you while you in their face.
The license for that place, due to the history, is had under different names. It's changed a lot of names, but it's all the same. The shootings, carjackings, murders, etc. that's happened there. It's a shame that our society has got to a point.
Because you mix alchemy. There's drinks, drugs. And you, law enforcement, cover the air, land, and sea. Where did the drugs come from? Definitely not the ghetto. See? And people believe, oh yeah, it's a gun war over there. It been gun wars, but ain't nobody dead there. Of what he's speaking. Let's get back to the moral of the story. An innocent man got killed off of what your police thought that you're trained to be professionals. That's called you're not doing your due diligence. And you as a leader sit up there and you defend this book. I gotta be nice.
Where we just do not value human life whatsoever. I think I saw that full force last night when someone was more interested in making money than they were respecting someone who had lost their life in their parking lot. The club didn't slow down, did not close down, didn't ask its patrons to leave so we could do our investigation. They just continued full force like nothing had ever happened. Social media posts that came out.
let's think this from a higher mind. If any bad that you could have proved, they would be shut down by your hands and authority without asking. But since there ain't no bad found in the investigation, and these people make it so hard to live, and people are going sick, making other people sick with the hinter out here, because it's so hard out here. Stop playing words, because it's making me very little angry for those that know this man and know he wasn't no problem to society. Stop painting. Wrong family guy, but you will shortly learn that.
From Mr. Rap Dollar. On behalf of everyone at Relapse, we extend our condolences to the family of the victim. Although the club wasn't involved in the incident, it happened in their parking lot.
It happened in their parking lot, not by their bouncers or security. No threat. It's back to your officer patrolling somewhere where he had no business being. Look at him as he sit there in his stance as he think he's correct. That's a definition of a liar.
Security guards involved. It happened with their patrons. We acknowledge that the circumstances are tragic and unjust. We believe that the situation could have been handled differently, and we strongly feel that no one deserves to lose their life due to avoidable, senseless behavior that could have been resolved by issuing a simple citation.
You right, y'all see y'all already. They can sue for harassment, discredit of the character and their ability. You done made this about a target, about a club that you've been watching, but the real situation is an innocent man lost his life on y'all watch and patrol by y'all's hands. Wasn't even a gun, fight break out or nothing. Y'all make this make sense to me, man. Because the math ain't mathing.
Yeah, it could have been avoided if they had closed the daggum doors.
See?
They were not open, and that's all we're going to do right now.
No, it could have been avoided if your officer was fully right on what he was doing. You see that? You see that? That's just like them. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. Liars.
The investigation on the officer-involved shooting, we're going to do something separate on that place. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that they close and never open again. From what I saw last night was absolutely...
Look at his face, bro. Is it me, y'all? Let me calm down. Y'all know I'm bothered. I want you to look into my eyes and tell me what you see. Now, I know I'm angry, but can you still see the spirit in me? What do you see there? He said, insult, sarcastic, and slapped the family in the face and said condolences at the same time. And the lie that, I don't know if he did this or reading the script, that whatever the governor, whoever concocted, he really believes that. Look at his face. Tell me if I'm... BC, you lying, bro. You reaching. It's too personal for you. Let someone else and another platform take it. I wouldn't be mad at you. What do you see? And this man wasn't even there. He wasn't the one that shot. But you can see the same spirit in his eyes. I'm not going to ask you why is that. Y'all seen the movie Fallen. If you ain't, you better.
The only thing that few people said was, how much longer before my car gets out of here? How much longer before I can leave? Just total disregard. The people running that club last night could have cared less. All they were interested in making blood money, and that's what they made last night. They did.
Wrong. Your officer made blood money, and he's still working as if he did no wrong. This is what I talk about, shadow projecting. You projecting your spirits on me, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with this. The man who clearly lost his life, that's the devastation. Why are we not talking about that? How the hell we get on a club? I don't care what they did in the past. We talking about right now and in the future. And right now, they didn't have gun violence, whatever. Now you out here talking about blood money. Like the government ain't blood money. No naysayers. Psh, I didn't think so. What is he talking about, bro? God, give me the strength to make it through here without cussing. God, help me.
Man that was in the back. So we will continue this investigation. Forest Acres is fully cooperating with us. The officer involved is Corporal Daniel Haddad. He's with the Forest Acres Police Department. Been there since July of 2021. Forest Acres has their protocol that they have in place when officers have been involved in shootings. They're following that. They're fully cooperating with us. We will.
Thank you for clarifying that in my brain. Holy Spirit filled sis, Melanie Lanehart. Thank you for answering. Because sometimes I might can take things too personal because it's personal. That's the guy right there. Oh, man, I didn't even see that. He looked just like him. See? I don't lie. If you stay in the spirit, bruh, the Holy Spirit, everybody. The Holy Spirit will tell you what was not said or what not being spoken or said in a hidden message. Look at that guy, man. Let's take a minute and look at. I bet you there's 1,000 cases against this guy, but we'll never hear it. Go to IA, man. Put in a complaint and go to IA. Make that paper trail. See, they getting up here happy because they know your ass ain't got no paper trail. If you done go in that office and say, hey, I want to make a police complaint, you can speak that low. You'll see how everybody will shut up. Even the niggas they getting ready to lock up. It get real spooky in the police station when you ask for paperwork of a complaint. Now they 50-50 want to know, do you know anything about internal affairs? And what they got to do and concoct a lie. Now the boss going to come, or the lieutenant, or whatever, going to say, well, what did you do on such and such day, and what really went down? And God forbid if you turn this camera off. God forbid if the car don't show it. Yeah. And then they also know that that stuff only hold a month max. If you in a school, I've been through this now. But God guided me when I didn't know this. God said, hurry up and get to the school. It was 29 days. Every 30 days, whatever the high school record, it's getting recorded over. It's lost. All right? So the lady kept pushing. We busy. She was lying. The Holy Spirit said, show your monkey ass up there. Went up there because she's trying to spin my daughter for a nigga jumping on her. She put them babooskis on them. But like I taught her, assess the matter and then self-defense. It's never just self-defense. So on the camera, you see this nigga do a sumo wrestling, like try to hit my daughter from behind. And she said, woo, like some kung fu shit. Boop, 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 boop. She called my wife, told me something. Because what the boy looked like, that's why Journey gets suspended. Excuse me? Now I didn't see this on camera because my daughter know better. She gonna get the boop, boop, boop when she get here if she wrong. So we went up there. You can see the lady slowly hit play because she knew what that thunder was coming because she was a previous problem to my wife with my son. But because they got two different last names, look at God. She had to humble herself. Almost lost her job. She had to go somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? I don't play with the righteous, man. When I know my kid, you'll tell me something that who's someone I love. Like, yeah, that's that monkey ass nigga. But you say some off stuff, that's your agenda. You see what I'm saying? So you go to IA. They're going to investigate. The paperwork is there. They're like, damn, this family know what's up. People were shaking our hands. Just like the injunction that I put in. It's like, man, you some good parents. Yeah, I'm just doing this because I'm going to put this nigga in a coffin. This is for your records. I came here, so you don't be on the news, be like, well, nobody didn't come to us. Why they didn't call us? I did. So now it's between you, that nigga, and his ugly ass family, or whatever, and the police, because I did your rules, and you refused me, right? But that didn't stop him trying to creep, right? Well, he won't creep no more, all right? Follow like everybody else do. You keep your name clean. You don't fuck around with that, all right? Because people, if you messed up your name, what are the chances are you going to do that to me? You don't care about yourself, bro. Better reiterate that. I'm saying? Better reiterate that real quick. All right? Real talk. You messed up your life and you mad because I won't put stuff in my name that you messed up your life with, bruh, that's a real hard ass right there. I'd do anything for you, but not put my name down on something that you can't even keep yours straight. Get the F out of here, bruh. I'm still your friend, whether you like it or not.
Facts of the circumstances, turn that over to the solicitor's office, and they will determine the justification or not just.
Thank you, Latasha. I don't encourage nobody, but it seems like you gave no F's. You know what I'm saying? That's really me. But I'm pleading for the family. So it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. Plus, like I said, I don't know if they want me to do this. You know what I'm saying? They're already going through enough. I discussed it with my wife. I'm for you. I'm not against you. These niggas against you. You know what I'm saying? But some people like to be private. Already they out there by the media, but that's the media, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to, you know what I'm saying, ring a ding, just what I'm gonna do. I just sent my cousin to tell. I'm like, man, it's taking too long. I didn't think about she's tired of hearing all the phone calls. And you know what I'm saying? I started listening to my wife. I'm like, oh, shit. But then, yeah, if I was in her shoes, too, I'd cut the phone off. You know what I'm saying? So, hope they not mad at me. You know what I'm saying? They know I love them. But, you know, situations make people act out, bro. I still love them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm for them. Even the ones I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, those people that put those remarks, I hope they're not mad. But we're a big platform. I mean, we ain't... we know Brother Sanchez, but we ain't small.
Shooting. Limited question.
Sheriff, one question for you, Derek from WIS here. With the liquor license being suspended in March, is there an additional charge expected as this investigation continues for the owners?
I hope so.
Ooh-wee! See, I don't do drugs. I don't know that, but that's good. Debbie, I didn't know. I'm going to start investigating that. Adderall and the opposite. Hey, man, ain't that the... Man, y'all forgive me. I told you I don't know nothing. I know how to make alchemy, you know, but I don't know nothing about the drugs. Like, ain't that what the college kids take to stay up? What's that? What is that called? Like speed, but not...
You know, they talk about citations here. This could have been resolved by simple citation. We'll see how simple some citations can be.
What about the, as far as the investigation goes right now, is there anything that you would have to say on behalf of whether or not they were actually the person that was shooting had anything to do with the club itself?
Well, define being involved in the club. He pulled in their parking lot. He was there. He was going to the club, so we had to do something with the club. He's not an employee of the club, but he's I would say, probably a patron of the club. He just didn't pull into a random place at 3:30 in the morning. He was going to the club, just along with all the other, how many other people that were there. The place was packed. They had cars all over the place. They stacked cars on top of each other to get people inside that club. Question?
Sure. Can you clarify? You said the suspect was shooting at police.
No, never said the suspect shot at police. No. Okay. Suspect was in his vehicle, and he was driving his vehicle in such a way that officers felt that people's lives were in danger.
Now, Sheriff, is SLED also assisting since this is an officer involved?
No, we do all officer involved shootings in Richland County and have for many, many years. So nothing different. That's why we have a critical incident team to investigate these type shootings and other major crimes. All right, thank you.
Since being suspended in March, is there an
we'll see how simple some citations can be. Parking lot. Issue is terrible.
I'll try to find something, y'all. Bad.
With us.
There you go.
We will gather.
I want to leave it on that nigga. That's who did it. I got to go back to Monica Mark. I make sure my brain was there, like, wait, did I read that right? We'll go back to Monica. All right, here we go. Is that cop the same one in Vegas mass shooting, or same as Maui? I think she's saying Maui, Hawaii, I think. This is the same that happened to my brother, except cop went... Ah, dang, every time I try to scroll up, this thing start jumping, y'all. Forgive me. saying assaulted my brother, drug him outside naked at an apartment complex, and my brother got a felony charge. What? Wait, got felony assault charges. How you beat me up and I get assault charges? God damn, you make sure I read that right. The same cop was alone at my brother's place, and that cop said died natural causes. See, a lot of people go through. Debbie says prison correctional officers start there. To the Adderall. Okay, addicts will put their kids on it so they have abundance of it. Wow, I'm glad y'all can see that. See, you know what I'm saying? I see like, you know what I'm saying? The spirit, you might say PCP, but I ain't think about drugs. That's a good one, you know what I'm saying? But somebody help me out, man. Ain't Adderall what the college students take? Am I off with that? Like, somebody help me out, man. What is it called? They be like, I gotta stay up. I can't stay up. I ain't got nothing. What is that? They be changing that? Or am I off? I don't know. I be seeing stuff in the screen. I don't know. But I want to keep it on that guy. We done. I'm not gonna do nothing else. I feel a little better. I don't call this a teaching. I call this venting. Because I know 75% of this is BC. At least in my mind, that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me talk to you. It's so personal. So I don't know if I'm in the Holy Spirit or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's been a long time. Y'all heard me say that. I might be on my own consciousness. I'm doing the right thing. I know the Holy Spirit laid it into my lap. I don't know if I carried it out like I was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. My head is cloudy. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on. To be honest with you, I'm always honest with y'all, man. I said I didn't consult with the family. You know what I'm saying? But I'm for them. I showed you what they put out there. All right? And y'all saying they lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, the jury is in the verdict. All I need y'all to do, if the Holy Spirit tell you to, don't do it because I said hit the share button. Hit the share button because you touched in the heart. Just like if you see Eddie Murphy or something you like, I got to let the niggas know he got a new movie. That same, then hit the share button. If you were not told to hit the share button, don't hit that share button. I'll be real with everybody. I'm not just one-sided. No matter what I'm doing, when I'm right or wrong, I always leave a choice of a balance because that's what Yeshua did. You know what I'm saying? Whether he was super right, he could never be wrong. So he left it in your lap. I don't know if I presented it the right way for you to see the truth. You know what I'm saying? And so it bothered me. It brought me back to Chrismo, Israel. Brought me back to the Jamaican. And all the cases. Like, these people were really innocent. They really didn't do nothing. It's the same thing, man. All right, I'm like, I don't care about nobody past. They didn't say, it might be funny, they didn't be like, well, this man, Mr. Johnson, he be out here selling drugs. He known, you know how they talk, bro, when they got the doggone truth? No facts. Facts, by definition, cannot supersede truth. So you can't even Google fact that, nigga. All right? So the fact that you got to get Google fact checked and not understand truth when it be breathed to you, that's already a problem. We got eyes to see and blind, ears to hear and deaf, minds of great divine and dumb. Just like the word of God told us. And until they hit your home, when it's your people, your friend, and you can see, you know the feeling, but you were looking at it all day on the news. All right? That's why I choose to get out before something come to the house. Maybe because what I did out will skip my house, because you got to reap what you sow out here in these streets. That's a God law, not natural law. So, they didn't say, oh, well, he was chitty chitty bang bang. They ain't really talk about this cat like that. We know him. I know of him. But there's a half of me that know him. Dear to the heart. Just like her friend who died in a Texas motorcycle on around Christmas. I'm from Connecticut. We all are. She's from New York. We moved to Connecticut. But before me, they were friends. That hit her hard. So, I hide nothing. I speak the truth. And it lets the weight off of me. And it protects me. And it sends hedges of protection with those that are around me, including you on social media. Why you got to urge, I don't know why I keep coming over here. It ain't to listen to me. It's the Holy Spirit giving you what you need, whether I spoken or not. You're blessed, but you know where you got it from. That's what it's about. You don't come here to learn nothing from me. What I know, you know. All you getting is recharged the longer you sit and heed and plug up to the power as your phone to the charger. That's it. Ain't shit about me special. So, we hope that this video go where it need to go. To the people that need to go to. Just like Chris Mo Israel's story. And a lot of others. Because that's what I do. And I didn't ask for this. This basically kicked my door in and told me. Laid it on the lap. I can't sit here and do nothing. I'm seeing this affect my family. Like they know my sons. That's their blood. Can't do nothing. So, me as an outsider, this is what I offer unto you. And we on social media is bigger than big media. We shut Hollywood down. We showed Hollywood actors and actresses, they can make money online. That's why you, the people, your stuff is going limited. It went from 50 to 10%. Now you make 1,000 views per dollar. You know what I'm saying? Because the rich folks done took it now. But we created it. All we can do is create something else that they don't got. See, we can do new. They can only loop. You hear me? This is for real. All right? So this is why I get on social media. I don't want to be big time. I just need the right connectors. And we network together and make justice come. That's all I'm about. Everybody's story don't get to me. God don't tell me to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I've helped strangers. I could damn sure help my family with the same people who hit that share button. You know, Chris Mo Israel took 1 year. Everybody, every day, about 10 times a day, by the Holy Spirit, clicking that share button, reached 100,000 million. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, 3 sets. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And as you can see, we've been up here 1 hour and 13 minutes. I didn't even mean to be that long. Whatever the Spirit tells me to do, I'm not no 10-minute nigga, all right? I can make it that way, but I'm not. So imagine 3-4 hours, 10 different videos, everybody just sitting there all day. Like we soap opera before they got doggone COVID. Niggas was mad. I had to go to work. Shit. Like, bro, it's recorded. You ain't missed nothing, bro. I'm saying, why you so mad? And then when COVID hit, niggas was loving it. I get to watch you all day. And God didn't even use me like that. We had a couple of revivals, a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? But people was like, keep talking. I'm off work, bro. I got it. The Spirit ain't told me to do nothing, bro. People took me for real. They knew I wasn't just speaking what I wanted to speak. Because the Spirit showed you. You may never know when I pop up in your window or play your video. You know what I mean? Real talk, bro. I share other people. I don't share my own stuff. That's ego. So, I'm BC the Tishbite. All right, Mr. Clark. Pistol waving New Haven, the Bill. Arapahoe, North Carolina. Pamlico County. All right, all 100 counties in North Carolina where I was raised and reside, where you get the country accent from. I reside right now in Polk County in Florida on the eastern side of the northeastern sides of the Americas. Tamara, the real Jerusalem, the Garden of Eden, Turtle Island, to the rest of you cats that don't understand what I'm saying. And so, this is what we do. So, South Carolina, I better see some of y'all. And I'm not even talking about the family members. I'm talking about people that know this story. And y'all know how them snake niggas get down in there, in that county, in that borough, in that district. Well, we know how Nagatosh and them get down, right? Ain't that right, Chris Mo Israel? In them boroughs, what they call it? We call it counties. They call it something else, man. It ain't boroughs. The city is the boroughs. Man, I can't think of the... When they said that to me, I was like, what is that? They was like, that's how you call counties. I was like, oh, okay. The Nagatos and, what's that S? That S word, that S city, where that radio station at, that got paid off, not to tell my brother's story. Boy, you swerve. So there's 2 jail cells from there. All right, goddamn, Chris gonna tell you where they are. Goddamn it, I like telling on niggas. When y'all had Johnny as a mayor, old snake reptilian. Yeah, he don't like this channel. That nigga bugged everything I had, and all he can get was the gospel power of Christ. I don't do no wrong, bruh. Jessica Johnson to tell you that from the time I was 12 years old, I went out there like that. I gave my mother trouble in the spirit. Yes, but my record, please, nigga, jail ain't for me. So, ain't nothing you can do about that. And so they thought they could and couldn't. People calling me, I hear echoes. That's Mr. Mayor Johnny and them looking for stuff, bro. They wondering who this nigga is from Florida, getting so much clout for Chris Mo Israel, like I hope Yahuwah do for Cody Johnson, a.k.a. Kodak Moment. I hope that the hells of justice rain down, and it won't bring back, and it can't replace the souls and lives that he touched. But y'all got something coming to you if you do this right. Even the news operation himself couldn't even say nothing dirty about this guy, bruh. He just could revert to the club. Y'all niggas need to marinate on that. Get me a bus ticket. I take the cheapest way. We'll raise hell. You ever seen Talk to Me with Don Cheeto? I'm that nigga. Braca.